Bang. All right, so let's get started. So, I already introduced myself a little bit to you guys earlier. So, in case you didn't know what I look like, now you what I look like, now you do. And yeah, telling you a little bit of information about myself. But let me tell you a little bit more information about footprint analytics. Okay, so what kind of data do we cover? Well, we have 24 chains. We cover over 700,000 NFT collections across 17 different marketplaces. We have 2,000 plus GameFi protocols, 520 or 519 DeFi protocols, and over 100,000 tokens. And if you're curious on the chains that we have indexed, they're all right down here, and our marketplaces as well. So moving forward, what can you do with Footprint? Well, we have our front end web app, or we also have a data API. So with both of these tools, you can go and make yourself some really powerful insights based on blockchain data. So let's talk about the presentation. So today, I'll just give you a little bit of a back to basics insight about blockchain characteristics, some tools and techniques, and how Footprint has all of them in one, and some case studies from the real world about why address analysis and blockchain forensics is super important, some challenges and limitations of the blockchain, and then our final conclusion leading up to a Q&A and details about the dashboard contest. So let's talk about blockchain fundamentals. So pseudonymity, right? What is that? Well, it's where we all have an identity, but do we really? Because we're identified by a public address, which is just a bunch of strings, number of numbers and letters. So your real world identity is essentially non-existent on the blockchain. What else is nice about the blockchain? Well, we have transparency, right? All the transactions are recorded on the blockchain and are visible to anyone on the network, which is sweet because it makes address tracking and address analysis really quite easy to do. Compared to traditional methods because of transparency, decentralization, right? We don't have a central authority and immutability. Everything on the blockchain is there, right? It's impossible to tamper with the data, and it's permanent for everyone to see. Boom. All right, some tools and techniques. Generally, there's 3 different types of tools out there for blockchain forensics. We have blockchain explorers like Etherscan. Um, we also have transaction traceability, which you can do again through Etherscan as well, checking out transactions and where they're going through the wallets. And then network analysis tools, which can help detect through different definitions, indicators of illegal activity. Boom. And so what's cool is Footprint does all 3 of those at once, right? So if you look here at our internal transfer entity graph, this is actually a graph for showing all the related addresses to Binance. So I have it up here if you guys want to take a peek. I'll actually put this graph in the chat for you guys right now if you want to take a look. And while we're at it, I figured I might as well show you guys a little tip and trick about how to identify the logic behind the charts made at Footprint Analytics. So we'll go to preview here. I come to the chart here. What I always do is I go to advanced, and this shows you exactly how this chart was created using our drag and drop system at Footprint Analytics. You can see everything that went into it, and you don't have to do any SQL, which is pretty nice. So going back, and you can see here, we are talking about, yes, going back. So let's talk about some real world case studies of where, blockchain forensics would, and alerts to when it could be happening would be super important. FTX, perfect example, right? So we all know what happened with FTX when CoinDesk released that report. 4 days later, Binance said, yo, FTT, we're liquidating. After that, withdrawals got suspended. Then the next day, all the money got quote unquote hacked, right? So having alerts directly to, say, your email or to any of your charts or to your account at Footprint, showing indicators before this happened, could have saved a lot of retail investors a lot of money by getting their money out while they could, right? So here's just an example of some of the charts showing FTX, right? And where the money has been going through related addresses. So if you guys want to check out this dashboard, I have that right here, and I will link it in the chat. So there you go. If you guys want to check out these charts, you can. So this kind of just shows the FTX and goes back to the charts here. So by looking at a combination of all of these, we can detect, say, where the money is going, what they're liquidating at a certain time, where stolen funds are being transferred to, all this sort of stuff. And how can we do that with Footprint? Well, we have this new tool called Footrace, and it's pretty sweet, you guys. So how is that? It is, let's go right here, Footrace. So here is our tool where you can actually track the market with real-time alerts. So how do I go? Set an alert. We go here. I want an alert for Binance. Add an alert. The balance of entities chain number tokens is above whatever you'd like, and you can alert me by email, Discord, or Telegram. So this is pretty sweet. If you guys are curious about or if you have any money on any exchanges, centralized, decentralized, whatever, and you want alerts about what's going on with your exchange, this is a great tool. Do I recommend you guys keep your money on exchanges? No. Always have, a ledger and keep your keys to yourself. You know how it be. But so that's just kind of our tool for tracking address analysis, or sorry, tracking addresses and outflows and inflows of money with Footprint. And you can check it out all more here, and I will put the link if you're curious into the chat. Great. So, moving forward, what else can you do with Footprint, which is really sweet? This is one of my favorite personal metrics that we've added onto Footprint, and what's really sweet is when you're looking at our NFT data in our gold tables, wash trade metrics have already been applied to the analytics that you're going for. So if you're looking for a certain collection and the volume, you can trust that we've already filtered out wash trading. But here's the definitions of how we at Footprint define wash trading, right? So first one, overpriced NFT trades, right? 10 times OpenSea average price, right? Collections with 0% royalties, right? These guys want to make as much money as possible. So royalties kind of hinders that, so we see a lot of wash trading on 0% royalty collections. All right, an NFT that's been bought more than a normal amount of times in a day, or more than the normal amount of times in a short period, say 2 hours, and if it's been bought or sold more than 3 times in a day. It's kind of unusual for NFTs. Anyways, so let me show you guys a really cool where did it go? Go analytics. Wash trade. And I'll show you guys pretty sweet wash trade collection where you can just search by the collection slug and then check out all of these charts to see if the collection is being wash traded. Terraform's perfect example of a wash traded collection, right? I believe 99% of the volume from Terraforms has been considered wash trading. Actually, let's see. Collection of market. Sorry, I lied. Wash trading 69%, while organic is 31%. Okay, so it's pretty crazy. Anyways, And then I wanted to show you guys just kind of the most wash traded NFT collections that we have determined on Footprint right now. And just a couple dishonorable mentions about when blockchain forensics have been used by, real life entities trying to bring people to justice, right? So the FBI used blockchain forensics to investigate the hacking incident of CoinCheck and got a majority of the money back. Canadian police used blockchain forensics to snuff out a $60 million Ponzi scheme and identify the people behind the scam. And in 2020, blockchain forensics was used by Europool to track down a criminal gang using Bitcoin to launder money. Classic story. And they were able to track the funds and identify the individuals behind the operation. And then Chinese police found an individual who stole 15 mil from a Singapore-based exchange. And yeah, so these are just some options or some other times in the real world when blockchain forensics have been used. All right. So, what are some challenges and limitations of blockchain forensics on the blockchain? All right. Pseudonymity, like we talked about at the beginning, even though it is a big positive, for everybody getting into blockchain, it is also makes it quite tough to identify individuals behind nefarious attacks, right? Since blockchain is so new, it is there's no standardization on how a protocol should be released, how the or how the security should be, how blah blah blah. You know how I'm talking about. There's just lack of standards because everyone's just trying to figure it out. Okay, and with that, we're coming lack of regulation, right? That's the whole decentralized nature of blockchain, right? Is we there's just no regulations, so it makes it easier for criminals to get away with money laundering, wash trading, hacking, large amounts of money, etc., etc. And there's privacy-enhancing technologies. A perfect example of that would be Tornado Cash, how they made it super easy to transfer funds and come out of it with a huge privacy of not identifying who originally transferred these funds to Washroom. And scalability. As blockchains get more popular and more people come on top, it's harder for these blockchains to scale with demand, right? And it makes it a lot harder to track all these transactions when there is a ton of them. Anyways, now, before we get into the Q&A, I just want to show you guys on Footprint some cool links to check out. If you're interested in our API, our data API, link here is perfect. You can try it out for free. If you want to check out analytics and learn more about wallet tracking, we have some great dashboards right here to check out. So analytics, wallet tracker, this is great. And if you want to learn more about some of our docs, our reports that we've released, this is it, and our docs page. Heavily recommend you guys check out our docs page. It answers most of your questions if you're stuck. But other than that, I am here to answer some questions. So I'll take the first 5 questions in the chat here. And I'll give you a 1-month free Footprint Pro account. You just make sure you tell me the email that you use, as well as I'm going to link we have a special sign up link for you guys. So if you use this, you'll get a 1-week free trial of our business account to use for the dashboard contest. So that's it. Let's get to our Q&A. For me, personally, okay, well, this is a little bit of off the topic because I like GameFi. So I check out here. I go to our stats about GameFi for 2022, or I check out GameFi NFT projects. This one's pretty sweet. So actually tracking the NFTs in the GameFi games right now, which is pretty sweet. Especially since you know NFTs and GameFi go hand in hand. So I always check this out to see kind of, what's happening, if there's any new changes and any kind of new games, as well as analytics, GameFi. This is what I mostly use for um, just my day-to-day stuff. This is a great dashboard. I just found these guys out by NeoSwamp. So for me, I like the GameFi dashboards personally because I just actually just play a lot of GameFi games. Um, but when it comes to the actual footprint analytics tracker, this is great. This is a great dashboard. You can enter any address here and see where their funds are going, automatically entered. So this would be a great dashboard to use in terms of our dashboard contest. Hint, hint. If you guys are doing anything like that. So Lex, does one have to pay to use our API? Yes, but I can hook you up with 2 weeks for free. Just go check out our API service up here, and you can try it out for free right here. Once you have an account with the dev code, we'll give you a key, and it's really simple. Kadeem, are you, oh, okay. So we can do stuff like this, which is pretty sweet. So with our API, you can make stuff just like our bingo NFT. So you can do this while, let's say, checking out the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You can check out their whole collection, even down to the um, individual piece of the collection, or NFT, and you can check out his characteristics and everything like that. So this is an example of what you can do with our API. And then you can also compare NFTs as well. So um, that's pretty sweet. Let me get back to it. There we go. And then, oh, sorry, who was that? I missed. Hey, Rainer, how's it going, buddy? What question do you got, bud? Yeah, absolutely. And I think soulbound tokens are great. In terms of stuff like degrees, like you could put your degree as a soulbound token. I don't think it's something that's going to be super widely adopted. Personally, that's just my opinion. But soulbound tokens are a great way of giving more of an identity to the pseudonymity that is your wallet address. Identity unknown. I hope that answers your question, Rainer. That's just really my opinion on it. But yeah, they definitely can solve these sort of issues. Next, I see identity unknown. Regarding the dictionary that you sent me from the community inputs, I think it's only showed most used. How do I see the dictionary wordings definitions? Also, are the dashboards updated automatically after they're created, or must the creator update them from time to time? So the dashboards are updated automatically if you use our data set. Now, if you upload your own data, that's on you to keep updated, okay? How would you look for symbols? And how would you recognize them? I'll get to that question in just a second. Identity unknown. I'll show you if you want to look at our data dictionary, just go up here into our search bar and I'll show you all of our footprint data dictionaries. And this will show you everything. And if you like, I am linking that for you right here. So hopefully this gives you that. Now, serendipity lens. The symbols, in other words, how would you recognize symbols with footprint analytics? That question I can't answer off the top of my head, but I'll get it answered for you. All right. Let me talk to the team about that, and we will get you the answer for that. Let me copy and paste, and I will figure that out for you later. Thank you. Now, you guys, when we're registering with that link, I do suggest you do that with our email or with your guys' email. Um, that's just me talking, but yes. Any other questions before I move on to the dashboard contest? I see identity unknown is typing, but great. All right. Well, whilst identity unknown is typing, I'm gonna move on to our dashboard contest. All right, so we want you guys to practice. So this is for the big rewards here, you guys, what everybody's been waiting for. All right, so we want you guys to make a dashboard with 5 tables listing different types of suspicious transactions. You can do this as a chain overview showing suspicious transactions in one of our 24 chains, or you can focus on a specific protocol. And of course, I want 5 charts showing different metrics like TVL, market cap. If you're looking at an NFT protocol, buyers, sellers, just some more general information as well. It just makes the dashboard really nice. And this is not in here, but I really appreciate if you guys would add a couple media boxes, a couple pictures to make your dashboards look nice. And as a bonus, if you can visualize the cash flow of a suspicious address using the footprint analytics graph visualization, that'll give you extra points. Okay. How do I enter my dashboards? Well, yeah, you join our Discord. Our Discord link is right here. And what I'll do is you just post it in the general chat. Say you're here from Crypto Illuminati. This is my dashboard. This is my dashboard that I'm submitting, and we'll add it, okay? And what are the rewards? So the first place dashboard is going to get 600 USDT. Second place 450, and then the third place 300. Kadeem, is there anything that you'd like to add on top of this, buddy? Yeah, and I'll show you guys an example of some cool dashboards. So I see Steph's in the chat here, so I'm going to call her out. Stephanie Carlson, let me find her here. Let's see. NFT overview. I shouted it out on Twitter, but I'll just show you. Um, oh, sorry. Thank you, Steph. NFT analysis, and we'll go by date. There we go. So this is a pretty sweet dashboard. This is dashboards that I like to see. Lots of cool charts, lots of different metrics, and explaining a lot of different things. Thank you, Steph. This is great. I see Cloud right in here. This guy makes great charts as well. So go here. This is an example of a great dashboard. Something that we really like to see at Footprint. You're really utilizing all of our tools of how you can exactly make different charts and dashboards and explaining everything. Cloud this great dashboard, buddy. Thank you for making it. And if you guys, let me give you a little bit of tips and tricks when it comes to making your dashboard, okay? So let's go to new dashboard. Let me add a chart. Did you guys know you can search community charts and add them directly to your dashboard via address analysis? So let's see what I got here. Yeah, this just says show you at, oh, this must be updated. So this wallet addresses ranking by Matic. Let's see if I got this. Oh. Some of these dashboards or some of these charts you guys have user uploaded data, so they won't be updated fully. But here you go. So you can take this, for example, if you want to do any wash trade transactions dashboard, you can do stuff like this and then you can go to preview to learn how it's been done. And so I guess this one's been done with SQL. But if you know SQL, you can check and see that done there. Anyways, that's kind of my tips and tricks for you guys for the dashboard contest. Let me bring it back and see if there's any more questions that we have while I was talking. Yeah, so if you guys can do some deep dig identity unknown, if you guys can grab some data, I can or this social data and upload it. That would be great as well. That's awesome. By the way, are there any examples of other types of suspicious transactions other than NFT wash trading or some forensic specific metrics? Yeah, absolutely. So let me go back to, guys, so many tabs. All right, so this we can see an address is token distribution, their inflow and outflow. This is a great way for tracking how much money they're moving. Their daily balances and God, I'm going way too quick here. So I'll link this dashboard again. This is just a great example of different metrics you can use. And again, if you're curious on how they've been made, so again, you can do this with any address, but if you're curious on how this has been made and you want to add it to your dashboard, good way again is check out that preview button and see how it's been done. Again, some of them have been done with SQL, but you can still optimize them yourself. So, oops. I hope this helps CloudRen for um, your questions. So forensic specific metrics, right? We can see how the money is getting transferred out and what token they're using to move this money or do these specific transactions with. And again, if you want to see more good charts and dashboards with these metrics, you can check them all out here on our address analysis. You can do this with what is the deadline for the dashboard? Well, the link for the business account is I gave to you guys the Illuminati footprint.network/Illuminati. That's lasts for a week. So the dashboard contest is good for 1 week from now. So Friday the 3rd. So if you guys could submit all of your dashboards by then, we'll all take a look at them together. Kadeem, the team at Footprint, and then we will decide on our winners by when should we decide on the winners by? We'll decide on the winners by the 7th of January for you guys, okay? How's that sound, Kadeem? Yep, 7th of February we'll announce the winners. But the deadline, you guys, for this, the deadline, the cutoff is we're going to do 11:59 p.m. on the 3rd of February, okay? So right before the 4th, that's how you got. Great question, by the way. I would have skipped over this if you didn't bring it up. So thank you, Lex, for bringing this up. And you guys make sure, can we get the presentation file? Yes, I have given the presentation file to Kadeem, so that you guys can uh, copy it or do with it kind of what you use. UTC, for me, since I do this, I say PST, so 11:59 p.m. PST. That's my time. So that's when I'm cutting off. Um, Cutting off submissions. Okay. Yes, and you guys, if you're stuck or you have any questions, you can always go in the Discord, tag me or Heej, um, in our Discord if you have any support or have any questions. I'll be happy to help you out as best I can. You can also tag BG, and he can help you out with any sort of dashboard issues that you guys are having or any sort of. Now, if you guys are using SQL and you need help on your code, your SQL, don't tag me, tag Heej. Okay, he's your best guy for it. So that's just if you guys need any help or have any questions with the dashboards, please don't be afraid to shout me out or tag me, and I'll be happy to help. All right, and with that, our recording is done.